On this week's episode of Pete's Corner, we're discovering Stillwater.
Concerts are still being held around Stillwater. I'm going to show you where you can get a taste of some live music.
Today we're going to show you where to find all of those things here in Stillwater.
Welcome back to Pete's Corner, your place for Stillwater news and needs. I'm Kelsey Briggs.
And I'm Piper Reese.
You know, Piper, with the COVID-19 pandemic, it is harder than ever to shop local and get in the door at these small businesses. I know I've been shopping online and haven't been in a physical store in a while.
Yeah, same here. According to the city of Stillwater, the September 2020 sales tax revenue is down nearly $43,000 since the 2019 year due to the pandemic.
I think now is more important than ever to shop local. Now, there are some hot spots around town that we can support as a community.
Yeah, shops like Everyman and Rhinestone Cowgirl are really great ways to shop local. Some of those businesses have even been featured on Discover Oklahoma.
Now, reporter Maddie Millspaugh takes an inside look at what it is to shop local and how to keep these businesses afloat. Here's the story.
Ever since COVID-19 hit the country in March, local businesses are trying to find new ways to survive. For the first month and a half of the pandemic, stores had to completely shut down. They had to survive with no income until May 1st when Governor Stitt passed Phase 1 of reopening. Brittany Hadley's store was one that had to shut down.
My business, we do a lot of booth events where I go take my things and set up, like at OSU football games, and I'm inside the stadium for a few of the basketball games, and I do craft fairs and local Crazy Day sales. We set up outside. All of those were totally different, if not completely canceled.
Even with the state starting the process of reopening businesses, many were still afraid to leave their house. It took people quite a while to feel comfortable enough to go outside, and even then, masks were required everywhere. The stores had to face many restrictions, such as small capacity numbers. These businesses had to figure out how to operate unlike they ever had before, and fast if they wanted to survive the pandemic. Although businesses had to jump many hurdles in the beginning, people are getting more and more comfortable getting out every day. Those that are not comfortable getting out have the ability to shop local online through businesses' websites. The only question is, are the businesses still making the same kind of revenue they used to? Cassie Taylor has been dealing with her business's revenue since March.
Definitely slower sales. And that makes it hard because I have employees that are scheduled to work.
Although people are now getting used to the current way of life, it is still not something that they want to be permanent. Without people getting out there and shopping local, the businesses opened by friends, family, and neighbors will not be able to make it. Although we are not quite sure what will happen next, everyone hopes that the pandemic will be over soon. For Pete's Corner, I'm Maddie Millspaugh.
Thank you, Maddie. The city's measures are in place until November 30th. From there, they will decide what the month of December will look like.
And we're still a couple months out from that date.
Speaking of dates, I actually have a date this Saturday, but I have nothing to wear.
Oh, I know some places in Stillwater. Let's head there now. While we're on our way, we're going to throw it to Hartley Best to tell us a little bit more about shopping local.
It is important to shop local now more than ever. Stillwater is home to many local businesses, including a new boutique on the Strip, Twisted Horn. I was able to talk with Twisted Horn's founder and owner, Kaylee Horn, and ask her about the importance of shopping local, why she chose Stillwater, and everything her boutique has to offer.
So my main concept for opening Twisted Horn was just that I had gone to college here at Oklahoma State. I graduated with an ag degree. I grew up with a background in the farm and ranch community. I was really active in FFA. And just as I went through college, all of my friends were, always ordering these fun Western outfits and Western jewelry and things like that online. And I just kept thinking it would be so cool if there was somewhere local.
I later sat down with Katie Barlow, manager of Typo Market, a local home goods, stationery, and all things creative shop, as she explained to me why Typo Market wanted to emphasize the importance of shopping local.
Students should shop locally just to basically boost our economy. I think local is super important if you want to keep places unique and charming, I guess you could say. But also just to help your town. The economy could really use students not just shopping at chains or franchises. And I think it's really awesome that we have a diverse shopping experience for those that come into Stillwater, and they don't have to shop online for everything.
As I mentioned before, it is important to shop local now more than ever. From home goods to hand-painted jackets by local college students, you can find these items at local Stillwater shops. Shop local and shop Stillwater. For Pete's Corner, I'm Hartley Best.
I decided to head down to the Twisted Horn and meet Kaylee in her cute store where she showed me around. She showed me a couple ideas for date night outfit and some cute shoes. While we were at it, we also had a few quick jewelry picks. After a few conversations about it, we were off and ready to go.
And I was waiting on Kelsey, which felt like forever.
And voila! Quick approval from Kaylee, a quick payment, and then I was out the door and ready to take on my date.
Did you find an outfit?
Yes, isn't it the cutest thing?
I love that black dress on you.
I know, it's going to be so perfect for the date night. It's just going to leave his jaw speechless.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and I am actually going to change out of this. But when we come back, we'll take a closer look at the best places to grab a bite to eat in town and also some of the best places to jam out. So don't go too far.
Where were you born? It's a question asked all the time. Because where you're from shapes who you are, inspires how you do things. And when that inspiration comes from a place this refreshing, this majestic, this... well, you get the idea. Coors Light, born in the Rockies.
Hi, it's Sam at Louie's Grill and Bar, here to introduce our new menu items from south of the border. Come try our new poblano chicken tacos, or the ever-popular sriracha shrimp tacos. At Louie's, where you come for the food, but stay for the fun.
The deli department at Homeland is Oklahoma's headquarters for party trays. Enjoy the time with family and friends at your next event, and let your neighborhood Homeland create the perfect fruit, deli, or cheese tray for you. The party planners at Homeland will help you choose the perfect party food, sized just right for your guests. Call us, stop in, or order online, and we'll make it ready for pickup on your schedule. Make your next party special with a party tray from your neighborhood Homeland.
Good to be home, Homeland.
Welcome back to Pete's Corner. We're out here at Coney Island right now just enjoying the weather and enjoying some really good fried pickles. So far, we've highlighted the importance of shopping local here in Stillwater.
Now, as you mentioned, the weather, it's getting a little chilly and it's also getting a little dark out, but that's also the perfect time to highlight a very important music scene here in Stillwater. Now, the Red Dirt music scene in Stillwater is where everything started. Since 1989, bands like the Red Dirt Rangers have pioneered the way for bands like The Great Divide as well as up-and-coming artists.
But if country music isn't your style, here's Sutton James to tell you a little bit more about the music scene here in Stillwater.
Despite Oklahoma being known for country music and acoustic guitars, there is a wide variety of musical options here. And beyond just the bar scene, you can find anything from musical theater to instrumental. So today I'm going to show you where you can find some live music around Stillwater that's a little different than normal. Let's go! Our first stop is just one crosswalk away from the Oklahoma State University campus. The McKnight Center for the Performing Arts is a U.S. renowned facility and is a beacon for art, culture, and community. The McKnight Center for the Performing Arts launched in 2019 with the New York Philharmonic in a robust rendition of OSU's school song. No matter where they're from or what their favorite music is, students from all over love going to the McKnight Center and watching live performances.
I love the McKnight Center because of the shared creative experiences, and the events have such a great supportive environment. Lastly, it just feels like a mini escape from Stillwater.
Our second stop today is actually at the Stillwater Community Center. The Stillwater Community Center is the home to the Prairie Pandemic Relief. The Prairie Pandemic Relief is an event that happens once a month where a local musician comes out and plays, and all the proceeds go to the musician and to local businesses.
Each month, a group organizes a live musical event, and the revenue from ticket sales to other donations help local artists in areas hit hard by the pandemic. Jim Beckstrom, the chairman of the Stillwater Community Center Foundation, talked about the relief program.
Kind of philanthropic part of this. We wanted to kind of help. Everybody's struggling, right? So we're kind of like doing anything we can to help organizations that would benefit. And so
why not enjoy some awesome live music and support local artists at the same time?
Looking for some guaranteed live country music? You should head down to Washington Street or the Strip. Places like Georgia Stable, Murphy's, or the Salty Bronc have live country music all the time. So I might be needing this back. For Pete's Corner, I'm Sutton James.
Thanks, Sutton. I'm not a huge country fan, but I do like some alt rock with, Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco,
My favorite is still country music, and thankfully we're on the Strip. It's right behind us, which is wonderful. And there's so many unique places on the Strip that you could get a nice drink. I'm more of a traditional gal. I like a good Coke and Crown or a vodka Cran. What about you?
Well, I'm not 21 yet, so the Coney Island does serve very great drinks. The barn down the road also serves a cold, crisp Dr. Pepper that just hits the spot every time.
Speaking of drinks, our reporter Jamie Matthews takes a closer look inside at the precautions they've taken on the Strip since COVID-19 hit Stillwater.
If you're wanting to uncover a great bar scene in Stillwater, look no farther than the Strip. The Strip is home to many different businesses. Often a bustling center for the city of Stillwater, restaurants, bars, and small businesses all operate here. However, when Stillwater issued a stay-in-place order in March of this year due to COVID-19, many of these businesses had to shut their doors, including the bars.
St. Patrick's Day was our last night open in March, which was really tough for us because we only opened last September, so we didn't have money in reserves to cover overhead bills. And
many of the bars faced the challenges the Salty Bronc did when they were closed for quarantine. As the city moved into phase 2 of reopening this June, these bars were allowed to open their doors again. This time, though, it looks a little different.
We built about 29 tables, 180 chairs. Before this happened, we maybe had 15 chairs in the entire bar.
The bars have adapted to mandated city ordinances, including social distancing and wearing a mask when you're inside of the business. Some of these bars, like the Union and Willie's, have also begun routine temperature checks for all of their patrons. Some bars on the Strip already have outdoor seating built into their floor plan, which helps with some capacity issues. Other bars that did not have the option of outdoor seating for patrons have taken it upon themselves to create their own. Cleaning has also been amped up, with bar staff working hard to ensure everything is clean for every new patron. While we have to be more careful, we don't have to lose the aspects of our lives that we love the most, like grabbing a drink with a friend. The Stillwater bar scene is a different one, but the fun is still just like old times. For Pete's Corner, I'm Jamie Matthews.
Thank you so much, Jamie. Now, as I mentioned, Piper, it is getting a little chilly and we're a little underdressed for the weather. So we're actually about to just roll out and go grab a nice little cozy drink. But when we come back, we will show you where to get the warmest drinks in town. Stick around. Welcome back to Pete's Corner. We're here at Aspen Coffee on Lakeview. Now, we got some cozy, nice lattes to get outside of that chilly weather. What do you think, Piper?
These are honestly so good. Kelsey, did you know that Aspen is about to celebrate 25 years of business?
Are you serious?
Yeah, so the owners actually started the first Aspen Coffee here in downtown Stillwater, and they expanded to 4 different locations here. They actually got the inspiration from the name in Aspen, Colorado when they were visiting, and they got the inspiration to start a coffee shop because Friends was very big in the day.
You know what? I'm a big Friends fan. You know, I personally think I relate a little bit more to Monica. What about you?
I'd have to say Chandler's my spirit animal through and through.
You know what? I can see it. And while we're talking about this delicious coffee in front of us, our reporter Kristen Trujillo is going to take us to some hot spots in downtown Stillwater where you can get more cozy drinks like these. So stick around.
A staple in everyone's lives when they're discovering a new city is coffee shops. The most important things to look for when you're trying to find a new coffee shop is good specialty drinks, a great place to study, and locally owned shops that are unique. Today we're going to show you where to find all of those things here in Stillwater. If you are a fan of specialty drinks, a good place to stop by in downtown Stillwater is Balanced Coffee Company. With it now being fall, they offer a selection of fall drinks that you can make your go-to coffee this season.
So here at Balance Coffee Co., we have just released some of our new fall drinks, one of which is the pumpkin butternut latte. On top of that, we also have the sweater weather and then the white pumpkin, and then a whole bunch of other ones too. So right now, I'm about to make a latte, and I'm gonna just have some fun with a little bit of latte art.
For those of you who want to find a good place to sit down and study while enjoying a drink, the Coffee House is a student-run coffee shop that offers free coffee where you can sit down and study while enjoying a nice drink.
So I think we've always been a place where students can come to study and just feel like a home away from home that's cozy, but also where they're able to focus. And I think now even more that we are not focused on the business portion of selling coffee, we just have free coffee and water. We're even more focused on that study aspect and fostering a sense of community too.
Something that Stillwater is proud of is having locally owned businesses. If you're interested in supporting a locally owned coffee shop, make sure to stop by Blue Spruce in downtown Stillwater. This locally owned shop is unique because it not only sells coffee that they roast in-house, but also gelato that is freshly made in the store every day.
So I definitely think my favorite part is just how local it is. It's such a small business. And you have the regulars that come in and you see them, and I don't know, it's kind of it's almost creates a family environment. Also, we only have 4 people on staff, and so you get to know your staff and your team really well, and that's family as well. So I don't know, it's just really cool.
It's great to find a go-to place when you come to a new town. Hopefully you will be able to make one of these coffee shops your new favorite spot when you are discovering Stillwater.
Thank you so much, Kristen. And sadly, that's all we have for this week's episode of Pete's Corner, but tune in next week as we talk about the College Major Survival Guide. I'm Kelsey Briggs.
And I'm Piper Reese. Have a good weekend and go Pokes.